Hello, I'm Bernard Keevy. Obviously things are a bit difficult for all of us at the moment. However, we could be using this time to make sure that we hit the ground running for Q3 and we have a highly successful third quarter, which is extremely doable for all of us. So what do we need to do that? Well, the first thing is we need to actually take the time we've got now to write out our plans for the next quarter. So they need to be in writing. Most people, as we all know, never get round to actually putting any sort of goals or plans in writing. So we could write our values and our goals out and actually do it in writing the way we know we should be doing it, but a lot of people never get round to. We would then follow a format which basically says you follow the 3 P's, which is personal, so it's I do something, it's positive, so it's I earn a certain amount or I have a certain number of clients, rather than negative, so you don't say things like, this is a poor example, but you say I'm a non-smoker rather than I'm going to give up smoking, for example, although I'm not a smoker, never have been, but that's beside the point. But personal, positive and present tense, so I have 12 coaching clients and earn however much, and it's present tense. So even though it's a target for the end of the next quarter, you always put it in the personal, positive, present tense. Right, we then need to visualize it. So if we can actually see what that looks like, see our ideal world, see ourselves, and actually visualize it, then we're much more likely to achieve that. And we also need to be emotional, so we need to feel it. So we need to feel exactly what that success feels like to us. And we need to do it looking back from the future. So we need to picture ourselves at the end of the third quarter with all these, whatever it is we said we're going to do. So this number of coaches earning this much money, whatever, or this number of clients. But looking back, feeling it, seeing it. And there's a lovely phrase which is, the reason I am this now, so the reason I have, this many clients now is because and you say the things that you did to get there. So because you're looking back and you're saying what you did to achieve it, you are automatically overriding all the obstacles that would appear to be in your way if you look from now going forward. So looking from the future coming back means you're overcoming those obstacles. Right, now the next thing is controversial. However, basically you need to commit to achieving your goal or your plan, but the way you do it is not by telling everybody and not by telling anybody who might in any way poo-poo the idea or discourage you. However, it does work if you tell someone who you want to hold you accountable. So what you do is you tell them what you're looking to achieve, what the actual plan is that you've devised to actually get there, and you get their agreement that you're going to keep them updated with your progress, and you're going to ask for feedback, and they're going to hold you accountable. And if you do all of those things, then you're something like 3 or 4 times as likely to achieve whatever it is you said you're going to do than if you don't do those things. So you do need to tell someone, and ideally you want an accountability partner, which is why we're all coaches or thinking of being coaches. That's what coaches do. Right, now this goal or plan or plans, they need to be big enough and exciting enough so that they get you out of bed in the morning jumping up with enthusiasm. So there's a school of thought that says they need to be smart and realistic, but the trouble with smart and realistic business, there's that quote, isn't there? If you set goals that are too low, the danger is you'll achieve them. So they need to be big and exciting, but you also need a timescale that's exciting, which is where 90 days comes in, because 90 days is short enough ahead to be immediate, but long enough to actually achieve dramatic results. So for example, I can show how if you make 5 to 10% improvements in 5 key areas, you can double the profit, the bottom line profit of a typical business, which is obviously dramatic. So 90 days is short enough to be immediate, but long enough to produce results. Now, obviously, what we need is a variety of timescales, but to really achieve results in the third quarter, we want a 90-day set of goals, a 90-day plan. Now, we could also take this time to clearly identify who our ideal client is and what we call hot button is, i.e. what's their major issue, problem or concern that they haven't got a solution to. And then how can we offer them that solution? So how can we provide them with the solution to their major hot button issue or concern? And if we work that out and build that into our plan here, and we've got our 90-day plan that we visualize and feel, and we can look back from the end of the 90 days ahead to be able to see ourselves and feel ourselves achieving it. Then we could achieve an awful lot in the third quarter, and we could have a very successful third quarter of the year. If you want a bit more information, if you look at bernardkeeby.com, you'll see reference to the Sales Accelerator Roadmap, which may interest you. And if you go to internationalbusinesscoaches.com, there's a video on there which explains how myself and Darisa Ibrahim, who's my business partner, how we can actually help you. So I hope you found that useful and interesting. And if you did, if you want to like it and share it, that would be great. If you want to make some sort of comment or query or some observation that you agree with or don't agree with, that would be great as well. We could maybe engage in some sort of discussion in the group. That would be wonderful. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you found that useful today.